Morning to all my students. Take out your new Radiant Readers Class 5 book. As you know, I have started this chapter, The Boy Who Loved Music 1, and last year I have completed till here. Today I will start from here. It is a very small one. George, she said. Its sound is not loud, so it will not disturb your father. If you practice quietly, you will soon learn to play quite well. So George said it is very small, this piano, and its sound is also not loud, so it will not disturb. So her aunt said that the piano sound is not so loud and it will not disturb your father. So you can practice it quietly and you would able to learn how to play piano. George's eyes sparkled with wonder. You are a dear Aunt Anna, he cried. How can I thank you? So George's eyes was sparkling with wonder, and he said to his aunt, how can I thank you? How could I thank you for giving me this piano? After that, in the dead of night, the boy would steal up to the attic, and there, while the family slept in peace below, he would practice his beloved music. After that, in the dead of night, the boy would steal up to the attic, means he would went to that room where the family slept. His family was all sleeping in peace. He would practice music there. About 40 miles from the town where George lived stood the castle of a great duke. George had often heard of the splendid life at the castle. He had been told too about the great players who came to perform before the duke. So about 40 miles from his town, George lived stood there is a castle which was of a great duke, and George had heard of the splendid life, means excellent life of the castle, and he had been told too about the great players. He knew about the great players who came and performed in front of the duke. One day Dr. Handel, who happened to be the duke's doctor, was called to the castle to attend to some person who was ill. One day Dr. Handel is George's father, who happened to be the duke's, and George's father happened to be the duke's doctor, and he was called to that castle so that he could attend some person who was ill there. Goodbye, George, my boy, he said to George as he walked across the town square to the coach. I shall be away for a week or more. See that you work hard at your lessons until I return. So the father said the boy goodbye, he said to George, and he walked to the town square to the coach, and he said, I will be away for a week or more. You work hard at your lesson until I return. Good George looked earnestly at his father. Oh father, please take me with you, he begged. So George was looking earnestly at his father, means with sincere conviction. Oh father, please take me with you. I wanted to come with you. He was begging in front of his father, George. You, what business could you have at the duke's castle? Asked the doctor, rather taken aback. So his father said, what you will do there? No business, father, answered the boy, but I have heard about the wonderful life there and about the beauty of the music. So the boy is replying to his father, I will not do any work, but I wanted to see the wonderful life and about the beauty of the music there. Music, always music, exclaimed his father angrily. Music will ruin your life, boy. Now, no, you may not go with me to the duke's castle. So he's saying music, always music. His father was very angry, and he said music will ruin your life and it will hamper your life. Now you may not. So he said, you are not allowed to go with me to the duke's castle. With these words, the doctor climbed to the waiting coach, which at once set off to his journey. So by saying this, the doctor climbed at the coach which was waiting and started his journey. So here you can see the doctor started his journey, and he climbed at this coach. "Take me, oh please take me," cried George, half in tears, and the boy began to run after the coach as it rumbled through the rough pit. So the boy was saying, "Take me, please take me." He's saying to his father, George, half in tears. Means he was crying also, and the boy began to run. And boy started to run after the coach. And as he rumbled means makes a continuous deep sound. Okay, through the rough street, he was making a rough sound, deep sound in the street. So that's all.